So today we are going to talk and I'm going to show you how to make a nice slouchy hat from an old jumper. So I've got my old jumper here and I'm just turning it back to the inside out. So the inside is facing outwards. Putting it flat on the table and putting my hat there flat on the table as well. I'm just going to use the bottom part of the jumper to be the opening part of the hat. And I'm using a marker, and I'm not using a fabric marker, it's actually just a normal marker around the hat with a couple of centimeters seam allowance, maybe just 1.5 centimeters actually. That doesn't look quite straight, Caroline, but I'm sure it's fine. I sew all along the sides down to the other side. We actually don't need to sew because I also used the side seam of the jumper, so I'm really saving some sewing time here. And I'm just giving it a normal seam stitch at first, and then just making sure that the ends don't fray by then giving it a zigzag stitch on top of it. And of course you can also use a serger stitch if you're more comfortable with that. Just anything to keep that nice jumper material from fraying, because I'm pretty sure it will. And this should also fit you, because this jumper material will probably be a lot stretchier than the other hat. You can always try it on. At this point, just see, trying it on your head, if it fits. Yes, that's me trying it on. Okay, it's, was it fine? Yes, it was fine. If not, you can make it a little bit, you can sew it in a little bit in each side. But for now, I'm going to put on some decoration, some embellishment. And I'm choosing this nice blingy butterfly, because a butterfly that goes so well with a Christmas or a winter hat. Putting some thread in a needle. Just doing that by hand because I don't want to put those nice stones and sequins, beads, whatever's on that little butterfly. I don't want to put that through my machine because that would maybe break it. So I'm putting a pin in there and a pin in there just to keep it in place. I know the placement is nice, that's where I want it. And then I'm just starting from the back and sewing all along the sides. And I'm not really being that careful with stitches here because I'm using a thread that's the same color as the background of the embellishment, and that will just blend in nicely. So I'm doing some kind of quick larger stitches here just to get moving. And of course you can do it really, really beautifully and make sure that you get all close to the edge and, you know, knock yourself out with trying to be really, really careful and perfectionistic about this. I never really am, and not with this either, but it works, and this won't fall off because I will be doing this hand sewing all the way around. And when I've made it to all the way around, I'm also going to give it a few more stitches in the middle just to be sure that the embroidery patch doesn't sit and wobble either. So I needed some more thread. That's on now, and then I'm just continuing the pieces that I missed, the places that I missed from before. And this is double speed, but you can see it's quite quick, and you will also be able to do that quite quickly, I'm sure. And then just fastening the thread, fastening it a bit on the back, just sewing a bit through the same place on the back, and then cutting the thread, and you will hardly ever notice that it's been stitched on and didn't just magically decide to sit on that hat. That's it. Cool. And here's the finished hat. I love the slouchiness and I love the bling the most. It's really nice. I like it.